Cool, I'm so excited. I got this awesome CRT monitor. There's tons of people on the internet, places like Reddit, YouTube, talking about how awesome these are for old video games. Yeah, let's play some Mario 64 on it. How do we insert this? Oh, right. Let's use our Nintendo 64. Cool, well, let's just plug it in here. Okay. Alright, easy enough. Alright, now, let's see. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Alright, well, let's see how this is going to work. No, this video's not plugging in there. I think I can. Oh, there we go. Okay, we got composite. I don't know if we'll be able to get all audio. Get at least mono sound. Alright, cool. Well, let's see if this works. Okay, obviously that was a joke. This isn't going to work. And while I could try to turn on the Nintendo 64 with this connected here and it probably wouldn't do anything, I'm not going to because I'm not going to risk it. But yeah, obviously, so that's what a conundrum, isn't it? How do you connect a Nintendo 64 up to a PC CRT monitor, which only has a VGA input? Well, that's where this awesome device comes in handy. Yeah, this is the Extron IN1508 scaling presentation switcher. Cool. So yeah, so this thing looks like it's got a whole ton of awesome buttons on it. You see you got an output rate. Look at all these resolutions. VGA, SVGA. You got your 1024 by 862. Look at this. And then you got all these options over here. Look, 720p, 1080i, 1080p. You got your inputs. I mean, this looks like a pretty awesome device. Why don't more people talk about this? Well, I'm actually really not sure about that. We're going to find out, I guess. But yeah, as you can see here, this is, it was sold for $10. It was originally being sold at university, it looks like, in 2019. However, I recently bought it at a thrift store for also selling it for the same price, $10. And yeah, I guess they finally found someone to buy it, which was me. Yeah, it took a while to sell, but yeah, they sold it eventually to someone like me. Well, it was me, so yeah. Anyway, so what does this thing do exactly? Well, basically this does the exact opposite of the Extron VSC products. So if you've seen my other videos, oh, what happened here? Oh well, it's a superficial wound. So yeah, so you can see here, this is the Extron VSC 700, very similar to the 500, however. Yeah, basically this will take VGA or RGB, HB. Yeah, since this one doesn't have a VGA input, you have to have an adapter for it. But yeah, the Extron VSC 500 does have an VGA input. But anyway, it's the same thing though. But basically it takes VGA and then it can convert to component, S-video, composite, and then some models can also do SDI, can do RGBS. Yeah, really useful device for hooking stuff like the Nintendo Switch up to an old CRT TV that doesn't have HDMI input. Yeah, you just need some adapters to convert the HDMI to VGA. So anyway, so this does basically the opposite though. So you can take component, for example, or S-video, composite, even RGB if you have a VGA adapter for it, or even DVI it looks like. And then you can convert it to RGB via VGA. And then also you can do component if you have a component, a VGA to component adapter. And there's also audio inputs. That actually is one thing the Extron VSC products cannot do. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so anyway, so this should help us hook the Nintendo 64 up to our VGA monitor. I'm just curious to see how well it does, especially because I would imagine this was probably designed for 480i content. However, most Nintendo 64 games are, of course, 240p. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see how it handles that. But yeah, you can see on the back here this all these instructions and stuff. So yeah, so anyway, but yeah, let's go ahead and try hooking it up and see what it looks like. Okay, there we go. Have that hooked up. So yeah, you can see I'm using a BNC to RCA adapter for this composite cable, and then you got this video plugged directly in here, and then was barely able to reach the audio over. So yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and turn on everything and see how it looks. Oh, and I just thought I'd mention, so for the output, audio output, this does have RCA jacks for the output. That's pretty nice, and there's also some inputs with 3.5 millimeter jacks, which is pretty cool. And then also for the audio output, you've got this Extron connector, which yeah, usually the devices just have this. So yeah, having these RCA jacks is actually nice. I mean, you can wire up your own adapter for one of these, but yeah, it's kind of annoying. So anyway, yeah, this is pretty nice for the output options anyway. So yeah, so anyway, so I'm just going to be plugging the VGA cable directly into here, and yeah, then we'll try it out. All right, cool. So yeah, so you can see up here. So yeah, so I actually already tried plugging this in the other day, just briefly to see how it worked. And yeah, I'm going to show you something because basically, if you don't have it on the right output, then it's kind of tricky to change the output. Since I really wish there was just like an output control button on here that would just change between VGA, component, or RGBS, or whatever the other option is. I think there's 4 options that we'll find out in just a second. But yeah, basically you have to kind of do it blindly. So yeah, if you do have one of these and there's no output, then I will show you how to fix it. But yeah, don't think your Extron device is broken necessarily. You just have to kind of change the output options blindly since there's no display. So yeah, if we're making a scoreboard, that is one thing that the VSC has that this one doesn't. This does have a display, so then you can, yeah, change settings easily. But yeah, anyway, but right now I know it is in VGA mode, so first I'll show you how it looks. So let's go ahead and turn on this monitor. That degosser. Oh yeah, one thing to keep in mind with this device too is when you have it plugged in, then it's always outputting like a black screen, and so, which I think is a really poor design choice. So as you can see, like the Nintendo 64 is off, so there's no input going into it. However, as you can see here, the VGA monitor is on. So yeah, I don't like that. So that means you basically always have to remember to turn off your monitor. And since these have such good black levels, like it looks like it's just off. In fact, let's turn off the lights and see if we can even tell if it's on. Okay, now the lights are off, and yeah, it still looks like it's just off. So yeah, that's why CRT monitors are so awesome. But yeah, probably not the best idea though, just to leave your monitor on all the time, even if it is just receiving a black input. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and turn on the Nintendo 64 and see what it looks like. Okay.
It's me, Mario.
Cool. So far, so good.
Hello.
All right. Well, hey, look at that. That looks awesome. I'm noticing that it's not going all the way to the sides here. So yeah, we'll have to adjust that a little bit. You can see that's easy to adjust. Yeah. In fact, I think we can actually adjust it with the Extron. Well, first off, before we do that, let me show you. So if you plug in your system, let me turn down the sound a tiny bit so we can, yeah, not have a battle for what's being heard. But yeah, so anyway, so if you turn it on and no output is there, what you have to do is, let's see here, you have to do this, so you have to push this menu button. And you can see it's working right now because I have it set to the right thing, but if it's not, then basically you just have to do this kind of blindly. So let me start over. So basically you push menu and then you push down 1, 2 to output, and then you push enter, and then you push down again 1, 2, 3, and then you push enter again, and then you can see in here is where you can choose your different options. You got, so obviously we're going to do RGB HV because that's VGA for this monitor, but you can also do RGBS if you have a yeah, monitor that takes that, or you can do RGsB, so sync on green, that was the 4th one, or you can do just regular component. And so yeah, so I have tried these two so far. Yeah, I tried this on a plasma TV, old plasma TV with component. It worked great. And yeah, I was actually able to do 1080i with it, which is cool. But yeah, but for now we're going to be doing RGB HV. So yeah, so anyway, so that is how you blindly change this. So yeah, I'm not going to change it though because it is annoying to change it. Oh, and then I think and then you have to select enter once you change it. So basically, once you're in this menu blindly, you just kind of have to push down on one of these and then push enter. And if you still don't see anything, just do the same process again. And yeah, just keep on trying to cycle through these until you finally find one that works for your monitor. Yeah, again, that's an annoying process to go through, but at least it is something that's solvable. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and just take a look at some of these other options though here. So yeah, so we got input. Let's go ahead and see what that is. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. So, well, this is kind of cool. I actually kind of like this on-screen menu. So this is something the VSC doesn't have. But yeah, as you can see, we can change the size, the zoom, pan, aspect ratio. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, cool. Look at that. You can, oh, wow, that's actually really cool. So you can change directly between 16:9 or 4:3. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. Wow. Huh. So yeah, 16:9 just kind of squishes everything in. That's actually a really cool feature. I really like that. Yeah, I wish the Extron had that. I mean, obviously you can scale with that thing too. So yeah, this is just interesting. I mean, sorry, the Extron VSC, because obviously this is also an Extron. Just IN1508. That's pretty cool though. And then you got advanced here. Cool. Looks like you got active pixels, active lines. Wow, that's pretty cool. Huh. Wow. Yeah, I'm not even sure what I would do if I would change anything on that. I hope it's just on the default values. It probably is. Imagine probably most people haven't. Most people don't really mess with that stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll see if there's like a. Oh wow! Look at that. Sorry, what I was going to say is maybe we can see if there's a. I can't think, like a reset button, factory reset. Look at this. There's an interlace mode. Or there's progressive. I'll have to try this again when I have more adapters to, because don't have all my adapters right now, unfortunately. But yeah, this would be interesting to try the interlace mode. So yeah, like if we could, I don't know why you'd want to. I guess if you had a DVI source that's higher resolution, then maybe you could output interlace. I don't know. This actually could be. I don't know, maybe this can do some of the VSC stuff. I'm actually not entirely sure about that. But yeah, then we got HD TV, so I don't know what that will do. Let's try it. It doesn't look like it did anything. Oh, that's because this is input 5. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's because input 5, whoops, I accidentally hit pause. Yeah, I think input 5 might have been our DVI port or something. I actually don't really remember. But anyway, it looks like for input 5, you can change what kind of input you have going into it. Whoops, lost our menu. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So sorry, I was thinking this was output, but no, it's not. It's input. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. And then, so yeah, so here we can actually change our size. And actually, it looks like they're both maxed out. So yeah, that's okay. Whoops. But yeah, but it looks like we could change it if we want to. So yeah, you can see we can make it smaller. Yeah. And then we can make it bigger as well. I'll just leave it maxed out because yeah, it looks like that's the default. So that's good. Sounds good to me. And then we can further make adjustments in the actual CRT menu. And then we got a zoom button here. Let's see what this does. Let's see here. Oh wow, look at that. Well, that's cool. Wow. That's pretty cool. Also, by the way, as I'm looking at this, I think this might be handling 240p correctly because I don't see like any interface or interlace artifacts. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll probably leave this down at the bottom as well though. Yeah, that's cool. Let's see, and again, pan. I mean, I think a lot of this stuff is pretty self-explanatory. This will just be basically horizontal position or vertical position. Although it's actually not changing right now. I'm not sure how to change it. Okay, well, whatever. You don't have to necessarily change all of these. Let's see, hold on, go back. Okay. Yeah. Let's see what's in advanced though. Let's see here. Go back up to, whoops. Okay, there we go, advanced. Oh, right, yeah, we already saw this. Okay, so let's go back. Cool, so let's look at our picture options. Okay, nice, yeah, just your regular brightness, contrast, color. Looks like everything's basically in the center. Except for contrast for some reason. Maybe someone has changed this. And then we got output. Let's see, oh yeah, we already looked at this. So we got resolution. Oh yeah, so I think that's basically just the same thing as the buttons on the front. Yeah. Oh, actually there's more. Wow, there's actually more options here than what we had on the front. Wow, that's cool. So you can see all these buttons. We haven't even messed with these yet. Let's see how many are there here. So there's 12 here, and here there's more than 12, so that's cool. Huh, cool. So yeah, so there's a bunch of custom resolutions you can choose. That's pretty cool. I know, Mario, I know you really want us to play your game. We're almost done, I promise. So yeah, so let's just try changing some of the resolutions on here. Like, let's go down to, let's do like 720p. Or no, I guess that was 480p, yeah. So yeah, so this is 480p. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it still looks good. And then we can also do, this interlaced isn't going to work, so I'm not even, well, I guess we could try it. Here's 720p. So yeah, so you can see here, I'd have to, yeah, this doesn't look, it's actually kind of interesting. It actually does look, interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure what to say about this. I think I like just the regular resolution of VGA. Yeah, which would be, yeah, 240p times 2 basically. I guess we could also do 480p. Yeah, I think those two look pretty good. Here's 1080p. So yes, this is upscale and N64 1080p. I am seeing some lines going across here. I don't know if it's coming off on the camera, so yeah, I'm not sure if that's the cable I'm using or what, but yeah, there is something going on here. But yeah, anyway, there's just a whole slew of different resolutions, so yeah, I guess we can just do 480p since that's like a exact 2 times upscale. Although in theory, I think this one would also be basically 2 times upscale, so yeah, maybe we'll just stay on this one. I think that looks pretty good. And then also you can see up here, so we've got our output rate button. So as you can see here, we can also cycle through the different resolutions as I push this button. So yeah, it kind of takes a second to output. But yeah, I guess on here we can see what happens when we do a 1080i signal into this monitor. Probably won't work. Oh, it does work. What on earth? I can't believe it. This monitor can accept 1080i. Wow, that was unexpected. Wow, I did not know this monitor could do 1080i. Wow, that's pretty cool actually. I was pretty sure it wasn't going to work. So yeah, this is interlaced. Wow. I've never seen a PC monitor accept an interlaced signal before, so that's actually really cool. Wow, and it doesn't even look interlaced necessarily, but I do see like these lines going up and down the screen. Actually, just going up. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily showing up on the camera. But yeah, anyway, I'm just going to keep it on this first VGA option, so 640 by 480, since yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, so then obviously we can now, to make it so it fills up the full screen, we can go into the PC monitor settings down here. So you can see we got these awesome buttons. So yeah, we can just go in here and like change the size and position. I won't necessarily show this because I've already shown this when I first showed this monitor. But yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna kind of stretch this so it fills the screen completely. Okay, I always put Mario to sleep whenever I make these adjustments. But yeah, I am noticing something interesting here. So you can see these lines, these horizontal lines going across. Yeah, that doesn't look the greatest. But yeah, well, actually, I'm just gonna pause the video real quick, and I'm gonna try to figure out what those are coming from. So yeah, hold on one second. All right, so I figured it out finally. So yeah, so actually this is a different monitor. So I think it's that Dell monitor that I was using. As you see, right next to the Dell one we were using, we have a compact monitor. So yeah, so it doesn't have the problem on this monitor. So yeah, there's something interesting going on with the Dell monitor, I guess. I haven't seen that problem before though, so I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but however, let me show you this. So this is just kind of interesting. So I have the Dell monitor plugged into a different power switch. However, it's on, like it's plugged into the same outlet. So when I turn on the power switch that the Dell monitor is plugged into, and then the Dell monitor turns on. So I guess really it's just turning on the Dell monitor. But then, I don't know if this is showing up on the camera, but I'm seeing some interference here, some lines going up and down. You can see the Dell monitor is over here trying to find a signal. Obviously, it's not finding one. However, now I bet if I turn off this Dell monitor, yep, turn off the Dell monitor, the interference goes away. So yeah, so I don't know. Something interesting is going on with that Dell monitor. Maybe if I had a better power strip with actually a monster one that has power, kind of like a power conditioner kind of. I mean, this house is kind of old, so yeah, it might just have dirty power going into it. I don't know. Anyway, basically, long story short, when I have that monitor turned off, then it doesn't have interference on this compact monitor. So I guess this compact monitor probably has a better power. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. But anyway, basically, long story short is that it's not I don't think it's the Extron adapter, so because it is working on this. So anyway, I'm going to fix this so it fills up the full screen, and then we'll just do the rest of the test on this monitor. Okay. All right, Mario. Sorry for making you so bored there. All right, so anyways, let's see what this feels like as far as lag and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it feels pretty good. Yeah. Don't really notice any lag, so I'm gonna, without setting up the whole thing where I have dual outputs and then having one go into this monitor and then one go into a regular TV and doing a thorough test of output, I mean of lag, because I definitely could do that. I'm just gonna assume that this has the same amount of lag as the regular Extron VSC, which is about anywhere from 0 to 1 frame of lag when I tested it. So yeah, that's just going to be my assumption. But yeah, anyway, long story short is that the lag feels basically non-existent. So maybe it's even less than the VSC. But yeah, anyway, everything is just very responsive though. So I'm just going to say that lag is a non-issue, and if anyone really wants me to test lag, let me know and I'll consider it. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, as far as the image quality though goes, yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, there's not really any scan lines to speak of since it is upscaling to 480. Well, I guess they call it VGA, but yeah, it's 640 by 480. Yeah, looks pretty good though. In fact, I'm actually going to adjust my camera a little bit so you can see the colors a tiny bit better. A little closer to what I'm seeing in real life. I don't know, something like that. I'll change this as well. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, looks pretty good. Yeah, so I mean, this is really an awesome experience. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, playing on this VGA monitor with this adapter. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, it looks great. Yep. And actually, now I'm kind of curious. I'm going to switch resolutions again. And I'm going to go up to 1080p. And let's see if we have eliminated that interference stuff. Yep. Yeah, no interference in 1080p. So, yep, that was the problem, was the Dell monitor. Again, I've never noticed that before with this Dell monitor, so I don't know, something with the combination of this Extron and the Dell monitor, or maybe I just haven't noticed it before, but I don't think so. Oh, and by the way, 1080i is working. However, this monitor is a bit more flickery than the Dell monitor. But anyway, that's not the point of this video, to compare monitors. I was just curious to see what happened. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to put it back to just the regular VGA resolution. Alright, sweet. Cool. Alright, so now I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up something that's 480i. Actually, before that we do that, let's do the 240p test suite and let's see how this handles 240p. Okay, so here is the NES version of the 240p test suite running on the N64. Oh, okay, well that's unfortunate. So yeah, this shouldn't be looking like this. Yeah, so unfortunately it is handling 240p as if it were 480i. However, in practice, I thought it looked okay. I thought it looked pretty good, actually, realistically, when I was actually playing the game. But yeah, as you can see here, it's actually kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm actually not entirely sure what to make of this because it doesn't look exactly like what it looks on a regular. I don't know. It's almost like a mix, kind of, because well, no, yeah, this isn't handling it correctly. So basically, this should be flashing, you should see it flashing. However, it's not. And then when you move it, you can see that there's lines like in the image. So yeah, I'm going to say this is not handling 240p correctly, unfortunately. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, again, this was probably designed for 480i. And realistically, though, I mean, when I was playing Mario 64, I didn't really see any interlacing artifacts, which is the worst offender of a TV or scaler or whatever not handling 240p correctly. So yeah, in the movement in Mario 64, I didn't really notice that, at least in my brief playthrough, my brief testing. But yeah, on here I am seeing it a little bit. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of unfortunate, but it's also not the worst that I've ever seen. But anyway, let's go ahead and try a 480i content, see what that looks like. Okay, let's go ahead and try Gauntlet Legends. That should go into 480i mode when you have an expansion pack. Yep, expansion pack enhanced. So yeah, we should be in 480i right now. So just kind of look and see what this looks like. So yeah. Okay, yeah, so it's not the clearest. Yeah, like I can see some artifacts down here. It's fine though. Yeah, it's fine. Oh wow, that was rude. By the way, this compact monitor, while it doesn't have the oops, come on, just start. Yeah, while it doesn't have the Oh, okay. Yeah, while it doesn't have like the interference that we saw in the Dell monitor, the quality also isn't as good. Like the black levels aren't as good. And I have tried to adjust it to make it as good as possible, as good as I can get it. I probably could do more adjustments, but yeah. Anyway, long story short is that the Dell monitor, I think, is still higher quality, but unfortunately we're having interference with that monitor for some reason. Anyway, but yeah, this is pretty cool though. I think this is working pretty good. Yeah, I know how to play this game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is looking pretty good. Yeah, so again, this is this is 480i, and yeah, I'm not really seeing any like interlacing artifacts on here either, which is interesting because I actually. So when I was testing this monitor or this device before with some TV content, like a digital converter box, and I did notice some artifacts, some interlacing artifacts on there. I don't have easy access to that right now though, so I can't really show it right now, but I did notice some interlacing artifacts. And I'm not sure if that was coming from the converter box. It might have been coming from the converter box actually. That's actually very possible. It could be coming from the converter box because basically the converter box was taking the digital signal and then converting it to composite. And then I was plugging, or no, to S-Video, and then I was plugging this video into this Extron device. And yeah, that's where I saw the interlace artifacts. So yeah, I'm going to say that was probably the digital converter box I was using because I'm not noticing it when I'm actually playing games. So anyway, long story short, just to sum up this everything that we've tested so far today, I think this is a pretty cool adapter. It appears to be handling 240p semi-okay. I think it looked pretty good. But according to the 240p test suite, it wasn't the best, but I think it still looked better than a digital TV for sure. And I think it looks, I actually thought like a Mario 64 it looked pretty good. And now we're doing 480i with this game, and this also looks really good. So yeah, I would say that this is actually a pretty cool way to get standard SD content onto a PC CRT that only has VGA input. So yeah, I would recommend this. And even if you have like, and actually, you know what? Another cool. I'll have to do another test case video on this. But this actually could be a good, like if your TV only has component input, for example. Okay, I'm going to take out these guys first. Stop. If your TV only has component input, you have a digital TV. It doesn't have like, let's say like S-Video, for example. You actually could use this to to convert the S-video or composite to component. So yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. Anyway, these guys are really beating me up, so I'm gonna stop the video here and either work my way out of this or just turn off the Nintendo 64 because this is really stressing me out. Anyway, not really, but it is kind of stressful. I mean, look at these guys ganging up on me. This isn't fair. I usually play this game is definitely meant to be played multiplayer. Because yeah, this is really hard single player. I'm trying to get to their base to destroy. Oh, yep, I'm dead. Okay. Well, I think that's a good spot to go, Phil. I think that's a good place to end the video. So anyway, yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions about this awesome converter. Yeah, I actually am liking it a lot more than I thought I would. So anyway, yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh, and I'll leave links to some of the adapters and stuff I use in the description. But yeah, anyway. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh, I guess I should also mention you'll probably have to find this adapter on eBay though. But yeah, anyway, bye.